and welcome to Rise. Ladies, how are you doing?
We're good. How are you?
Yes.
Thank you.
I am great, thank you. So today's show is about the LGBT community. That's the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community, for those of you at home that don't know. Ladies, we are in our third year of Rise. Third season of Rise. And every season we're having to talk about the violence, the stigma that the LGBT community face. I mean, I don't know. At this point, I feel like we're speaking to a brick wall. I don't know about you ladies, but it's frustrating.
And the lento na means we kakhulu futhi makufika emadodeni asekaziwe bajaja ngakhona ama lesbian ukuthi lo maybe akathola sex enough
as if ufuni sex like that's what you need when you become a lesbian.
Because it's on one hand you have the mockery, right, that happens, but you have people that are dying for what they were born as they were born. You know, and I think it just has to do with the fact that as abantu nje, we just like putting ourselves in people's panties, honestly. Because if we didn't, then this wouldn't be an issue that we need to speak about so much, right? Like, I'm a heterosexual woman, so manye molini, I don't have to worry about holding my boyfriend's hand and just flourishing the way that people date, you know? But I have a lesbian friend, and she said to me, you know, one of the hardest things she has to deal with is actually just going to a mall and holding her girlfriend's hand, because people are watching and people are judging, and she hasn't told her family. So if she bumps into someone who knows her mother, then it's going to be over.
No, it's not. I don't impilo at all, because guys, it's natural. So you should be free. And you know, you should be free.
Exactly. But I also do think, guys, that we need to take responsibility, you know, because when we speak about this, we're speaking about people, we're speaking about society, as if we don't discriminate on our own, right? We discriminate against people on the basis of their race, we discriminate against fat people, tall people, short people, It's the same way that we actually think about rape and rapists, as if I'm a rapist are people that sit in a corner somewhere, as if these people are not our fathers or our uncles or things like that.
Or people in our communities.
Or people in our communities. And this is actually just such a charged and intense topic that Rula Morais Rutwilo Roitiking Santa Ribise Joshua Wako Iranti who actually tusa riwe kataba en. Can we please welcome Joshua?
Hi Joshua.
Hello, Josh. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
We're very excited to have you here today. We're going to get into our conversation, but before we do that, Hari bonang April Chabalala abua kataba tsa pelo.
The first person I fell in love with, definitely now my current ex-boyfriend. We met at the club, we made eye contact, and we had a conversation, and then from there, it led to a kiss. And oh my gosh, and I'm not that girl though, but I just couldn't stop because it was so good. I felt a very strong connection, you know, and at that moment it felt right. Like everything about that moment felt right. And I really wish I could just freeze that moment, but unfortunately, I didn't have a good relationship with him. I just learned to be very strong. He was struggling with certain issues, and I think he was uncomfortable to be seen with a person like me. Like he didn't want his friends to know that, he was dating, a trans girl. So when I had my heart broken, the first person I could run to was my best friend. Like Gia was just there to listen to me. I was failing to accept that my boyfriend was just...
Sucks.
Basically my boyfriend sucked. So Gia was just there to kind of knock some sense into my head because my heart was clearly, taking over.
So April o tlhoka motho eleng gore o tlo mo accepta for everything. O deserve motho eleng gore o tlo mo rata le yena. Because I know that April is into basketball players, giant.
Of course.
So she deserves a gentle giant.
Like my dad, actually, with that kind of a heart like my dad.
But taller.
Yes.
Kamalami, Godfrey Sandile Shabalala. April Shabalala. Wendodakazi yami. Uzalwe 1991. April 5. Kukolani. Bakungane ehlakaniphile kakhulu. Ukudlula labo bhuti bakhe. Umuntu ofuthandayo ukubhala. Yakabhala too much. One time uyabhala the spit of paper. Kwayishiya nje. Bedroom yami. So ngiyithatha ngiyifunda. thola ukuthi ukhuluma le ncwadi ukhuluma indaba zokuthi ngikhathele ukuthi ngilomcashile, I want to come out, donke into njengalezo. Ngakubona ukuthi kufanele ukuthi ayithole support because akuyo indaba yokuthi it's a lifestyle, indaba yokuthi umuntu wazalwa enjalo. So ayikho into engayenza ngaphandle ukuthi aqhubeka nale process ayenzile. So noma kanjani ngakwazi ukuthi ngimsupport plus nesenginalo lonke ulwazi olugcwele ukuthi yonke lento ihamba kanjani.
I identify myself as a heterosexual woman, meaning I'm a straight girl, so I'm attracted to men. What people need to understand is that gender identity and sexual orientation do not, they're separate. Who you are attracted to has got nothing to do with your gender identity, who you are as a person. So I think it wouldn't have changed. Whether I transitioned or not, I'd still be attracted to guys because I identify myself as a straight girl. It's just that now that I've physically transitioned and now I'm the gender that I identify with, that I'm now, I'm attracted to men.
Ngimfisela ukuthi nangabe kwenzekile abe nomuntu ozomthanda and avume lesimo akusona or rather le ndlela afika ngayo azafike la ekhona manje.
Guys, can we have like an Mbizo on April's dad? Amazing. Like, I think what stood out for me with this insert is how we speak about absent fathers, right? In South Africa as well, right? And firstly, April's dad is there, guys. He's there, but he's also supportive. Imagine what that would mean to have fathers and parents just broadly who carry us through our sexual identities, our rapes, everything that we have to endure as people living in South Africa. That's such a powerful insert.
And the fact that he breaks the stereotype of what a black man's supposed to be. We always speak about, and I know I do it too, like, oh, black men don't take care of us, black men don't love us. And here he is saying like, this is who she is, and that's okay with me.
Josh, but I wanted to ask you, April speaks about gender, she speaks about sexual orientation and she speaks about gender identity as well. I just wanted to know what are the differences between the two, because Naminje, to be honest, I don't really understand it for myself.
Sure, so when we speak about sexual orientation, we're really just talking about who you love. So lesbian, bisexual, and gay fall under the category of sexual orientation. When we talk about gender and gender identity or gender expression, we're talking about who you are as a person, which gender you identify with. And you can either identify with the gender that you were assigned at birth. So the doctor said it's a boy, and you're like, I'm a guy, you got that right. Or some people do not identify with the gender that they were assigned at birth. And that's what it means to be transgender.
So can you tell us a bit about what Iranti is and what you guys do?
So Iranti is a media advocacy organization that advocates for the rights of lesbian, trans, and intersex people in Africa. So we document hate crimes against the LGBTI community across the continent. And we also do proactive advocacy work, working towards the human rights of LTI communities.
LGBT exist like South African languages because they young
I think a lot of the time people want to justify the existence of LGBTI people by saying actually they didn't exist because we don't have the words for them. But no one says what is the word for heterosexual.
Because there is
because there isn't, right? So we find within our languages we shouldn't have it as a single discussion, but as a holistic discussion. How do we, as Africans, talk about sexuality? When we talk about sexuality as Africans, a lot of the time we use euphemisms, right? Like, hey, they're not going to say like sexual intercourse. If you want the direct translation for that, it's quite a negative term, right? We speak euphemistically.
Even like genitals and it's not
exactly.
Ukukhuluma ngazo. So kahle Joshua ngifuna ukukubuza mina ngombuzo lana kwi rights sizama ukwakha tolerance you know. So ngokucabanga kwakho ucabanga ukuthi iziphi indlela esingenza ngayo not just ukufundisa abantu but to create, you know, tolerance within the community emphakathini whereby sizofunda accepta kanye nokuba nenhlonipho towards abantu abahlukile.
I think it starts with speaking out, really, when you see discrimination taking place. And I think it starts with intervening, because that's what will create change. I think when the majority of people stay silent and look away, then that's what creates space for that to happen.
So, Josh, thank you so much
for
coming. You helped us unpack a very, very important topic. So thank you so much.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Hopolang ho bua le rona on our Facebook pages, on Twitter, le mo Facebook, using the hashtag Rice Talk Show. Rahut. Guys, is it me or did the temperature in this room just go ah? Why did you decide to be so open about your relationship?
If we were a heterosexual couple, you wouldn't be asking that. And that's the problem.
Welcome back. Sinbuze umbuzo oti, how can we help to stop the violence and discrimination of the gay, lesbian and queer community? Odeboho uti, by implementing projects whereby the entire community will be educated by equality and dangers of violence and discrimination towards gays and lesbians and its legal consequences. Upikiswa uti, thanks Rice Talk for raising this question, and I really like to hear what others can say. As for me, I think that our communities have to accept that we are different and they should respect that. Siyabonga kakhulu ngokuthi nikumane nathi nisitshele ngembono yethu about the topic len. Namhlanje sizohlala noMandisa wakanduna ongumlingisi kanye nesishoshovu se-LGBT. So let's welcome uMandisa.
Thank you.
Dumela Mandisa.
Hello.
Unjani?
Ngicela wena.
Hi ngiyaphila.
Sure.
Guys, is it me or did the temperature in this room just go ah? I'm captured. Mandisa, you know rona ba bangata re tseba ka dinepe tsa hao with your girlfriend on social media. Like itomezin ziyababa. Like you have us all confused. All of us are ready to risk it all, you know? And I just wanted to know why did you decide to be so open about your relationship?
Well, before we are lapho no Mandisa yasazi Tina Kipoza ngizile unveiling.
Yazoshawa. Yazi intombi yami yashaya.
Okay, back to the topic. You know, but why did you decide to be so open about your relationship on social media?
If we were a heterosexual couple, you wouldn't be asking that. And that's the problem, you know, because people post pics all the time, holding hands, kissing, you know, exactly, on vacation. So, you know, the fact that we could post a video where we're kissing and it makes headlines, literally makes headlines. There are articles about it, is still, you know, it's a bit shocking. But I absolutely, I'm all for PDA. That's who I am as a lover, before I'm lesbian, before I'm whatever the sexuality I choose to identify with. I think people love it when love wins. Right? So a lot of people will come up to us and say that we inspire them to love and to believe in love again, because we love against all odds, and it is against all odds still in 2017. So yeah, most of the feedback has been very positive, particularly from people within the industry. They're watching and they see it and they're inspired, which is beautiful.
Ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi siyazi ukuthi ama pride marches abalekile. Kodwa what do they represent for wena?
I think there's strength in numbers, and it's that safety thing, right? So if mina ngihamba epri ngingedwa, I don't feel safe. But I know if there are numbers, if there are a group of us, I feel a little safer, right? And one shouldn't be harassed anyway, but this is the society we live in, this is the world we live in, because we do receive a lot of threats, and it's in levels, so at the very basis is like why you are two women, what are you guys doing? Is this even real? You're doing it for attention, or it's because you're not shooting right now, so you feel like you need to, you know? And on a very deep level, it's in my country, we rape people like you. Which has been said to my face by someone who wasn't from South Africa, obviously. So
and that's the reality. Like even here, people do die, you know, for love.
So I think if you can get together with like-minded people who are going through the same things and the same struggle. I think that's a beautiful experience. Everybody does it. Church is the exact same thing. Church is the exact same thing. So the Pride March for me is a form of church.
Okay.
You know? And I think it's very, very special.
So mina ngisebenza kakhulu nemphakathi esikhathini esiningi and mangibheke community nami like ama projects nezinto za LGBT azikho esikhathini esiningi. So ayikho maybe into wena oyenzayo maybe in terms of community or nje groundwork?
I try to be very involved. Like I said, not only do I act, I write as well. And the content I'm writing. We've never seen in a drama series, a local drama series, a member of the LGBTQ community in the lead position, in the lead role. We don't see that. We're always supporting.
Kodwa yindaba ucabanga kanjalo ukuthi asikakaze sibone leyo nto.
Abantu bayisa angazi, it's like people are scared to invest because they think it won't sell. Do you know what I mean?
It's all about money.
And I've been told ukuthi my audiences aren't ready to watch Itaba.
But how will we know if we don't try it?
Exactly. Which is why, to answer your question, as a form of activism,
and I want to watch you on TV.
I would watch that show. I don't know.
Can we do a reality show or somebody?
We'll get to that. Don't worry. I'm ready for that. No, I write a lot, and my content is seeing LGBT members of that community in lead roles. I feel it's my form of activism. I'm ready.
You know what, Mandisa, I want us to just zone in on the issue of the corrective rape, because kita banje inkutlisang buhlungu, you know? And I just want to know, what do you think it's going to take for this violent society of ours, which we are a part of, to learn to accept abantu bane diverse sexual orientations?
I think people need to mind their own business.
Okay.
In a very simple way. I think people need to mind their own business and let others be. Ungenapi who I'm sleeping with. Ungenapi, seriously.
As we said, get out of other people's panties.
There we go. I mean, really. Exactly. So listen, it's not a light issue at all. It's a heavy issue. Why do you feel entitled to people's bodies? It's even as simple as when I'm walking past, grabbing someone. That is harassment. And men don't understand that. They think, oh, but I didn't rape her. That's where it starts. The simple fact that you feel entitled to grabbing someone you don't
and
know
not keep it to yourself.
means you could end up raping and killing them.
Exactly.
You know? So yes, in a nutshell, mind your business.
Mind your own damn
You
business.
know? Do you know what I mean?
So, Eunice, one of our rise women la, unombuzo ukuthi mo intombazane straight, ane kuyayenza ukuthi ujike uvele ube lesbian nje.
Sijika besiqalephi njengoba sesijika, like, you know what I mean? For me, sexuality is fluid. I think you can be anything at any time depending on who you're attracted to. And some people aren't even attracted to physical. Some people are attracted to souls. If I click with you, I'm with you. Like I said, I dated a dude in 2012 and he's my best friend today. He's one of my best friends. I mean, yeah, and people will say silly things like, you converted my friend. Hey, listen, I don't convert, hey?
Convert us, Mandisa, we are your congregants.
I'm ready.
Well, Mandisa, I so much. I know I speak for my co-host, Mangiti. You have slayed us in more ways than one.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Hare khutla re tla be le bua le osi wa rona Malebo. O seke wa ya hole.
It's important for re understand hore re phela mo kae. You know, re phela mo South Africa, re na le constitution, and constitution ya rona e protecta the human rights tsa rona kaofela.
Nginamukele futhi la ku Rise yebo angihleli ngedwa ngihleli nobo Rise girls. Hey, ngaphambi kwalokho Malebo sicela usijoin eh. Thank right slabs.
Sharp.
Yebo. Okay, yes, uyazikhuluma nge-LGBT. So uyazi ke njengesiqhelo ke khona nombuzo ke la.
Ayisimane nna ke gotse ke bona mosimane mo a go le basimane ba bangwe. Then mosimane o ona sa batla mogala go ke o tsotse a le yalo. So be nna gore ba gola ga sena ba gola o enda ba bang bo gay bo le botla yaanong so a ba move ko placing ye nngwe go moving go placing ye nngwe a ba thomo nna free a kgona nna bo gay ba ge sentle a nna go so ga wela gae nna gore like wa tshaba wa tshoga o nna depressed so be nna gore o enda ba ipola so batho ba ba ntsenyana gore ba thusa yang gore ba kgone ikamogela gore ke gay.
You know, I think as gore tshwantse re thuse batho gore ba ikamogele gore ba gay, right, or ba anything. I think it's important gore rona re change because the reason why somebody aka driver go lo ipolaya or aka ipotsa gore o different is because of how society mo treatang ka teng. So society gangata gona le the way it decidang gore motho tshwantse a be jwang. So rona kaofela re gode re butsiwa gore mosadi o ratana le monna and there's no other way o ka inahanang. So ha somebody asa fit in mo boxing we ipotsa gore there's something wrong ka yena and it's important gore rona he ka di education tse re di tholang re understand gore there are ways that we can support people being marginalized and ha ke re marginalized people ba pushiwang kontle from society, you know, and go supporter is to allow wena gore o be ka mogoleng ka teng, not to change you, not to protect you, but to support you. That is very important. And no one goes into your business, so we shouldn't go into other people's businesses.
Yes.
Hayi sizwile yekelani indaba zabantu ne. So sicela usipheke your wisdom with my level.
I think it's important gore re understand gore re phela mo kae, you know, re phela mo South Africa, re na le constitution and constitution ya rona e protecta the human rights tsa rona kaofela. I discriminate against anyone. So na message ya ka especially ko batho ba bantsho ke gore ra itseba gore discrimination e jwang because every day ra discriminatiwa against race ya rona, ha re le basadi re discriminatiwa against gender tsa rona, right? And so it's important gore le rona instead of discriminating to understand what we need to support, to understand also that we are born the way we are and nobody must change how we are born. Everybody in this country as a citizen is allowed and should be who they are and who they want to be.
Yeah. Thank you, Lady Griffin, for your wise words, as always, and for sharing your wisdom with us. So as someone who's been discriminated for my race, for who I date, and even for my status, I know how much it hurts. Not just me, but everyone around me. So let's just stop all of this hating and discriminating against each other. After all, guys, life is short, and love, there's enough to go around, hey? So let's just love each other. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And don't forget to communicate with us on our Facebook and Twitter pages using the hashtag #RiseTalkShow. Until we meet again next week, good night.
Woof, woof.